I must say that people who have subscribed to scientific materialism are now perverting science. They now claim theory is not a theory but something else. Something infallible, a collection of facts, if it reaches this state in scientific inquiry. Somehow though, what escapes them? That if it's a fact, then it's a knowledge that can be applied and not a theory you are still investigating to be false or true. Such scientists likewise ignore already made discoveries and their implications. One of such discoveries was made by Albert Einstein, that there is no matter but matter is the state of energy and that there is only energy. Materialists in complete denial of this fact. They continue brainwashing people that there is a split between matter and energy. With their ignorance they go to such speculative fantasy, to claim that there is some elusive dark matter or dark energy, that supposedly substitutes and explains gaps they have in understanding of how the universe works. They cannot and will not accept that there are energies that come into this universe from beyond the material physical world. This was likewise proven by quantum mechanics and observation of the expanding universe, and clearly supported by the law of thermodynamics that states, no closed system can expand or evolve but only to collapse in disorder until it reaches its lowest possible state. This by definition means, the physical universe is not a closed system, and receives energy from beyond the material realm to drive its expansion. In addition, you will often hear twisted versions of the theory of thermodynamics, to basically work backwards or partially being misinterpreted. Why is this done? Often to support claims made by the theory of evolution as one example. To address contradictions regarding the theory of the Big Bang and expanding universe. To address one of the infallible axioms of materialism that there is nothing beyond physical material space. And if you as a scientist speak against this scripture of evolution or even dare question it, you will be burned on a stake of disgrace, personal attack and other ad hominem aggression, such as being fired from work or frozen from receiving any grants. Why is that you are not allowed to question, when the very essence of the scientific method is that you must never stop asking questions? It's clearly a Middle Ages approach. Same as the Catholic Church did to early scientists and open-minded people who dared to question. You're not allowed to question scriptures of materialism. Spirituality is nonsense. Your brain is all there is. Your brain hallucinates free will or reality. There is no complex psychology or emotional states and on with the lies. Some went to such a mental insanity to prove their worldview, that they now claim nothing can make something. No cause produces effect. This is a complete contradiction to how physicists have been investigating the world for hundreds of years now. People who are caught in a mental game of proving their worldview cannot even see how illogical what they are saying is. Science likewise is not a magical tool as many atheists have come to believe. Scientific method has one direct problem it aims to solve. That mind has no allegiance to truth. It cannot discern any truth on its own by definition. This means if people accept ideas without questioning them, looking at them, examining them, they easily can take on intentional lie or false information, without even knowing it, and later by refusing to question it, will merry-go-around and yell to the whole world of its true nature. The other problem with the mind is that it can come up, imagine anything it wants, and by using the mind you can argue about something to be true or false indefinitely. At least to yourself, you can prove anything to be valid. You can be easily lost in the mind. What scientific method can do is to partially test some of the ideas people come up with and claims they make. However, science is not an objective tool, it's subjective. And if scientists, or whoever is making an experiment, accepts blindly certain beliefs and are not seeking to distance themselves from them, to become as neutral as possible, it will affect how scientists see that data or interpret it. For example, if you're a materialistic dogmat who seeks natural explanation, you will project your view on every evidence you gather scientifically. There is no safety mechanism that your work is not going to be corrupted by your own belief system. Obvious example from history is that only a person with a religious background had no issue discovering and accepting that the universe had a beginning, while all other bright minds couldn't accept it and hence were blind to the reality of scientific data. Another staggering point is that science or scientific method will not replace personal experience of life. Ever, as in ever ever. You cannot scientifically explain or translate the taste of an apple. It can only be experienced and then shared with others. This of course will not allow other people to directly experience anything. Such personal experiences cannot be translated into any words, any languages or images. Hence, denying people having some supernatural experiences is simply unscientific in itself. Because science cannot deal or conclude on such experiences. People, however, do conclude.